Here's exactly how I make my SMMA clients over $100,000 within 90 days. Everyone online talks about getting clients, but almost nobody talks about actually keeping them. And the agencies that scale the fastest aren't the ones with the best client acquisition systems or the best guarantees. It's the ones with world-class service delivery. When your clients are hitting record months and just sending you referrals, scaling becomes almost effortless. But if your results are inconsistent, you're always stressed and basically starting from zero every single month because you just churn and burn your clients. So in this video, I'm showing you a full service delivery masterclass, the step-by-step process I use to make my clients an extra $25,000, $30,000 every single month. So from finding winning ads, setting up the funnel, testing and optimizing the campaigns, and actually scaling them to make sure after you watch this video, you know exactly how to get your clients amazing results where they keep paying you and they actually want to pay you month after month. And along with that, you're going to then be able to go and just increase your prices because the results are getting them. So let's dive in.
And basically the first thing you want to do is, and I say this all the time, but you don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? There's already a million people running ads, spending money on ads. So there's no reason for us to go out and try to make some brand new ad that's never been run before, right? Especially if we're spending less than a couple $100 a day, like we'll just go literally just go and take what's working. So that's the first part of it, is we're going to go find ads. So basically what we're going to do is, and I can actually like walk you guys through this if you want, like finding ads. I'll go and do it. Basically, we're going Facebook ad library. We're going to search something relevant to our niche. So as an example, like, hey, new roof, plumbing, sell your home, solar, something like that. And then we're basically going to go and find these ads. So I actually want to go walk you guys through this and do it live so you can actually just see how I do it. And then I'll also do it. I'll give you guys some of the ads as well. So what niche, who needs some ads for their niche? I'm going to walk you guys through this part, and then find some ads for you. Contractor. Okay. And when you say contractor, are we talking like what type specifically?
Remodel.
Okay, sweet. And then yeah, someone just commented. Also, Web Accurate. Who is that again? Because I forget. Doesn't have your name on there. So what I'll do, let's go get this, and I'll show you exactly how I do them. Entire screen. Oh, Mo, what's up, bro? All right, sick. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. The way to do it is we're gonna create a Google Doc and basically just create a sheet where we funnel hack literally everyone, or where you have the exact ads. So we'll do proven Facebook ads, and then I can even go help you guys get some other ones as well. This one will be remodelers. So we're gonna go to the ad library, United States, all ads, and we're gonna do bathroom remodel. So basically what we're going to do from here is you're going to go filters, because we want to see ads that have been running at least 3-4 weeks. So we're going to go over here because we want to make sure, again, if they just started the ads, we don't know if those are working or not. So ideally, like running on or before October 15th, which was 3.5, 4 weeks ago, which is perfect. Now, basically what I'm looking for is, and I want to get video ads and image ads as well. I would recommend, if you're a beginner and starting out, that you go with image ads, just to keep it simple. Basically, what I'm looking for is I just want to see any ads that kind of catch my eye, like catch my attention. Like this right here. This looks like a pretty decent ad. I don't think you guys can hear this, but like I'm just gonna look for ads that catch my eye, and I'm gonna go and literally just copy them. So like this one right here, I'm gonna go and okay, this one looks decent. So we're gonna go right click, copy image, go over here, and literally just go paste it in here. And this is just for inspiration as well. We're not going to go run, copy, and paste these, but you literally just go, and so we get an idea of exactly ads that are already proven. So we'll go put the ad copy in here as well, and then you can add like a horizontal line to break it. And then we literally just go and just get ads that catch our eye in there. Like this one, looks like too much text. This one could be decent. But you kind of get a feel for which ads do the best after you kind of see. So like I'm just looking for ones that kind of catch my attention. I heard a question in the chat. Oh, Johnny, yeah, what's up, bro?
Hey, so what you do is you take the URL link and then you post it, you paste it inside of Google Docs.
So you don't even, you don't need you literally just go, you right click on the image and then you just literally copy the image. And then you can go put it just right into Google Doc and then copy the ad copy as well. But yeah, you can literally just go copy it. So let's get like this one right here. This one looks decent. You go literally just copy image, boom, put it in here. And again, we're not just going to go run these exact ads verbatim, but when you go in Canva, you're going to have an idea and you're going to have a like baseline to go from. And then you put the ad copy in here as well. And it's that simple. Like I just want to get 5 to 10 ads in here of just these proven ads. That way I know anytime we need to get a new ad or test a new ad, we already have all of these ads. So and like you can see, like these like before and afters typically work well. So like I'm just looking for ones that catch my eye. But again, we just go put it in here. Boom. Get the ad copy. And we just create an entire library of these ads. Sid, why can't we start with video ads? You 100% can. I just recommend for guys in the beginning stages, especially for your first like couple clients, image ads, you're just going to get more leads coming in typically from what I've seen. And they're of course easier to go and set up. But now I actually want to show you how to go and funnel hack video ads as well. So basically you're going to want to go Riverside free audio and video transcription right here. And we can literally go and take the image ads and find the exact scripts of them as well. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now, before I do that, do you guys have any questions on the creating this, like getting the images and stuff? Is that pretty straightforward?
Are we just straight ripping like images or using client?
What do you say that one more time?
Are we just ripping images from other ads or are we using like clients per se?
Oh, no. So you use these as a baseline, but you don't put the same images, but you use like your client's images and stuff in there.
Right.
But yeah, you like to just get inspiration from these ones that are already working. But yeah, you don't want to go just copy paste the exact ad. So basically to find the video ads, this is where it gets kind of spicy, where you can like really get crazy with it. You're going to go find a video ad that you like that catches your eye. So let's see. Like these AI ones usually work well for remodelers. So basically what you do is you click see ad details. You right click the ad. You click inspect. And this is some sauce. You click this button right here so you can like select it. You're able to like select different things. You click the actual ad itself, and then you're gonna see this link right here. And this is actually a link to the exact ad. So let me right here. This link. Copy this link, open a new tab, literally just look the link up, and you literally have the entire ad right here. Basically, what you go do is you can go and download it. You download the entire ad, and I would go and make a Google Drive folder as well, where you have all these proven video ads. But basically, what you can go and do is you go over here to this free Riverside audio and video transcription. You put transcribe now, upload a file, and you put in the video ad. You click video content, I'm a human, and then it literally gives you the exact transcript for the ad. We'll give it a second. And then in the meantime as well, we can go and get the ad copy from it as well. So you go and just do this. We can have one for video ads. Put this in here. And then you see we have the entire transcript for the ad. So, hey, we're looking for 5 outdated bathrooms that we can remodel at a special discounted rate. And there you go. You have the exact ad right there. And then you do the same thing. You go and just do that for a bunch of them, where then you have the exact ad. And then what I would do is insert link to video right here. That way you have the video link as well. So you can just show your editor, or when you're editing it, you have the exact video as well. But that's what you do for video ads and for image ads as well. But this way you have a library. You start out just by testing proven ads. And again, we're not ripping these off word for word, even these like ad copies as well. We want to make them even better, but it should give you guys a really good idea on what's already working.
What's the website for that again?
For which one?
The
Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside.
Oh, here, I'm gonna give you guys this document. I'm just gonna put it in the meet right now. So we have Riverside it's Riverside transcription. So funnel hacking. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to get their funnel as well. So this is for video to transcript. Video to transcript. And then Facebook ad library. And then do you guys know how I go and get the, like, inspect the ad? Like how I did that when I copy the link? You right click, inspect, and then hover over it. Put this in here. And I'll give you guys this doc as well. All right. So here's this doc in the chat. Any questions so far on any of this? Any questions so far? Nobody? Makes sense?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay, sick. And then I'm going to show you guys how to get the funnel as well and everything. So basically, you find the ad. If it says like learn more, sometimes you can just click it. It brings you right to the landing page they're running as well. And then you can go and copy and paste that as well, or copy it. And then you can make a library of winning landing pages. This one's terrible. It's just a website. But for seeing lead forms, it's something you guys ask questions on sometimes. You go to see ad details. Let someone in. You go to see ad details. You scroll down right here, additional assets from this ad. And then you can go and see exactly the headline for it. You can see which questions are asking. Hey, which type of remodel are you looking for? Name, zip code, email, number. And then it literally goes and shows you everything. And you can go and see exactly what they're doing. So that's how you go and funnel hack the lead form, landing page, etc. So that's basically a lot of how to find these proven ads. And what I do is you just go find what's already working, and you just go and basically find these winning ads and make a library of these ads that have been running for 3-4 weeks. You have all the scripts, all the ad copy. This way you have an entire library of exactly what to do. So I think that's pretty straightforward, but that's the exact process I go through when I want to find winning ads in different niches, or even my own niche. It's just having a library of these ads. So that's basically how to find the ads. And in terms of offers as well, right? Like for contractors, like a percentage off starting at $2,000, free estimate or quote. But again, just go and look what people are already running. And if it's been running for 3 or 4 weeks, it's obviously running for a reason. So you just go and just use that offer, right? And you can obviously test some others as well. But at the end of the day, just go find what's working and don't reinvent the wheel. So that's basically on making the ads, finding the ads. Now I'm going to go through actually split testing it and how to set them up and stuff. But before I do you guys have any questions right now on any of that? Or just service delivery, anything in general right now?
Nah, it makes sense.
Could you go over the same process for VidTal for YouTube ads?
Yeah, you literally do the exact same thing. You just have links to them, get the transcripts, and then you can just go and see, like, make a library of all the winning ads.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but I do that. I always do that. Okay. We share this. Okay, Sid, are you saying to use same copy or script, same copy, to use same copy or script, or we'll tweak that? Okay, so you're asking if I would tweak the script. Yeah, I wouldn't go and run it verbatim, just like word for word, change a couple things here and there. But the main thing you want to replicate is the hook, which is the first 5 to 10 seconds, especially if it's a video. That's going to be the most important part. So if you find an ad working, go and take the hook, literally just copy the hook, and then change the body of the ad or the value of the ad. And that's how you create winning video ads, by taking the hooks, and then you just go and make the value, the rest of the ad your own. Good question though. Let me go and let's knock the rest of this out quick. So now we have this, basically just running through this for you guys quick. For basically for how you run the ads, like how many ads to run, I usually say for every $5 you have in ad spend, you should test one ad. So if you have a $25 per day ad spend, you should be testing 5 different ads. That's just a rule of thumb. If you're spending $30 a day, then you could be testing, I would test 6 ads, right? So $5 per ad. That's kind of the procedure. Now the structure for the campaign is we have one campaign, just keep it super simple. We have broad targeting. And if you're able to, just do ages 35 plus, usually homeowners, right? But that's all you do. Don't touch anything else. And basically you're going to have all the ads just under that one ad set. So just add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4.
Do you mind going back? This was going too fast.
Yeah. Right up here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So what questions do you have on that?
I used to test like $10 an ad. It'll get me like one person. For like my last client that I used to have. I never did $5 an ad because I think it depends on like the biggest how much your total ad budget is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, I would do like $5 to $10 per ad. When you are spending maybe like $40 and higher, then you don't want. I don't think you don't want to test 8 ads. So I would. Wish I could write on this thing. It's not letting me write. But I would go and test once $5 per ad until you get to like $30. Then you can have, if you're spending $30 a day, then I would split it up into 2 ad sets and have 3 ads per ad set. But this $5 per ad is when you're anything under $30 a day. When you get above 30 a day, then I would do 6 ads max. But usually you don't need to be testing more than 6 ads at a time, really. But that's what I would do. I don't know is this making sense for you guys?
Yes, it's making sense.
Okay. But that's
nothing more than 5 to 6 ads after $30 a day. $30 a day.
Exactly. And if once we get up past $30 a day, like if we're spending $50 a day, then what I would do is 2 different ad sets with like 3 ads per ad set. But even like when I'm spending $100 a day for some of my clients, we're just testing. I usually start by testing 5 different ads, and then I'll always rotate more in if we need. But I'll just start with 5. But it's the more you spend, the more data you'll get. But one thing to note as well is video ads. Typically, you'll need to spend a bit more on those. So when you are spending above $20, $30 a day, then video ads can work better. But honestly, anything under that, I would just go and rip image ads, to be honest. But of course, it's something you can split test as well. Or maybe if you have a $20 a day budget, you can test 2 images and 2 videos. But again, if you're a complete beginner, I would just start with images. Just keep it simple. So assuming there's no questions on this, and then yeah, again, one campaign, 1 ad set, broad targeting, and we just have 4 different ads. The only difference in the ad is the actual creative, so the image or the video. The ad copy in all of them, like the headline and stuff like that, is going to be identical because we only want to change one variable, right? Because if we change multiple things, we don't know if it's the ad, if it's the audience, if it's the targeting, right? We don't know what's actually winning, what's the variable. So we only want to change just the actual creative itself. Umer, what's up?
Do you use DCT, by the way? My bad.
What was that?
Do you use DCT? I think it's called DCT. It's like when they like the Facebook is like this, the algorithm of Facebook tests different ads and see whatever is working and only budget the money for the ones that's working.
Like campaign like you're talking like campaign budget optimization, like CBO, or what? I haven't heard of DCT.
Yeah, CBO. I believe.
Yeah. So when you're doing like, if you have less than like $20 a day, like, so to be honest, I would usually recommend you do ABO, so ad set budget optimization. What you can do if you do want to get really specific is you can do one ad set per ad, or just so you know, each ad set's going to spend the exact same amounts. But like if you have a budget under 20 a day, or like 25 to 20 a day, you can just do CBO. But if you're spending more than that and you want to get like meticulous about your split tests, then I would do ABO, where then you can allocate the budget more evenly across the ads to get a split test. But for a lot of you guys, and even for me, a lot of times I'll just go CBO, and it's let the campaign choose, because I've seen their algorithm kind of knows what works, and it's going to allocate the budget to what they think is going to do the best.
Okay.
So does that help out? So
Yes,
I would
that
just usually stick with that. And once you get more advanced, you can move to ABO. But I would just start with CBO.
Okay.
Umar, what's up, man?
Yeah, so is there a reason you're not using CBO? Like, because CBO works with like Meta's AI like way better than like an ABO.
No, that's what I was saying. A lot of people I do use CBO for. A lot of my clients, I just use CBO. I said you could do ABO, like if you really want to make sure each ad is spending a really similar amount. But that's why I think CBO works for in most cases.
Okay, and then sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Oh yeah, do you use dynamic creative testing? Like for example, you have an image ad and then you want to test like variants of it, and you use dynamic creative testing. Would you count that as a whole new ad, or would you just count that as one ad?
Like the Facebook like AI dynamic creative testing.
Yeah, just to see like which variant of the image ad would be better.
No, I wouldn't count that as a new variance. To be honest, I haven't really seen massive difference in having that on versus having that off. I think it is getting better. I think you can. I would test it, like leaving it on, but I wouldn't test that as a whole new ad. Like I would just run it as in itself.
Like I'm saying, like, okay, let's say you had like image ad A, right? And then you used like different versions of image ad A. Like you didn't turn it into image ad B. Like, would you use it for that?
Say that one more time.
So like if you had an image ad and then you don't like change like the premise of the ad, you just kind of like tweak the ad in like small changes and then use like the dynamic creative testing for that purpose.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually tweak the ad creative itself, then yeah, that would be a whole new ad. Then I would split test that. But if you're just using it tests it by like moving a headline up here in the ad, it does that using AI, then I wouldn't count that as a new ad. But if you're actually going and changing the image, then I would do that as a split test. If that answers your question.
All right.
Does that help? I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about spamming ads at the end of the day. So
yeah, and again, it's not going to hurt to split test. Like the more you split test, the more data you're going to get. So it doesn't hurt. All right. Anyone else have any other questions before we go further? All set? Okay, sweet. So again, only difference we're tweaking is the actual ad creative itself. Now, a lot of you guys ask, okay, Facebook lead form or landing page, which one should I do? Now, I would always say when you're starting out, especially for your first 1 and 2 clients, just start with Facebook lead forms. Because what this is going to do is we're going to get just a lot more leads coming in. We're going to be able to get a lot more data, and you're going to get a lower cost per lead. Now, we are going to get more leads coming in. The quality isn't going to be as high, but that's something we can always tweak and adjust as needed. But I would always start, if you're a beginner, which is Facebook lead forms, bring as many leads as possible. What you can also do is you can start by adding like one or two qualifying questions. Something like, hey, how soon are you looking for a new roof? Or are you within 15 miles of city? And if they say no, or if they say like, hey, I'm looking in over 6 months, you can also just disqualify them right there. But don't get too crazy with this. Again, I would start with 0 to 1 qualifying questions. So sometimes you can even start with nothing. Otherwise, you can maybe start with just adding, hey, how soon are you looking for a new roof? And this is like a roofing example. But basically, like just here's some example questions right here, like budget and stuff like that. But always start with little friction and then go add friction as you go. That's at least the motto that I take. And you're going to know this by communicating with your clients as well and getting their feedback on how the leads are, how the conversations are going. Because if they're telling you, hey, the leads are great, and you're only asking one qualification question, we don't need to ask anymore. Or they tell you, hey, the leads, a lot of them are kind of price shopping, they're not really serious, then we go and ask them in the lead form, hey, what's your budget for this project? If they say under 5K, as an example, then we could just disqualify them right there. But it's just about continuing to get data from your clients and getting their feedback. And then we can go and adjust that as needed and choose which questions to ask. But all in all, start with little friction and add friction as we go. So that's the Facebook lead form. And again, I would just recommend this for a lot of guys, especially starting out. This is going to get you more lead volume. Now, the other side of it is using a landing page. This is if you are a bit more experienced or want higher quality leads. Where with this right here, we're going to start with the same thing, 0 to 1 qualifying questions, start with lower friction and add more friction as you go, right? Because if your cost per lead is $5 with the landing page, then it might make sense to go and add more qualification questions because that's already really low and it will improve the quality. But landing pages, you will get higher quality leads. And then here's some examples as well that I just found in the Facebook ad library to show you guys like an example of a decent landing pages. So like this right here, basically all you want to look at is making sure the actual form is above the fold, meaning you don't have to scroll down to go and find it. But also you want to make sure on mobile, it looks good as well. So the form's above the fold on mobile. So you can see this is it's really, this one's super, super simple. I've seen better landing pages, but like you can keep it this simple and I guarantee this is a pretty decent converting landing page. I'll show you guys another example. Right here. See, super, super simple. It's just I don't know what this ad is. Oh, this is like a B2B ad. But basically right here, you see, we just have the form above the fold. We'll check it on mobile. This is all you want to make sure, just the form is above the fold. And it's basically that simple. And I have all of these landing pages examples in here as well. But basically, like it's lead form, landing page, they both work. Lead form, you're going to get more leads coming in at cheaper, but lower quality. Landing page, you're going to get higher quality leads coming in. So that's basically the funnel for them. And again, on the Facebook ad library, you can go and just see what landing pages other people are running with. So what questions do you guys have on that? Kind of went through that kind of quick. What questions or thoughts you guys have on that? Okay, let me go. Okay, answered Umer's. Mo, what do you do when you find a winning ad? So when you are you talking in the Facebook ad library? You want to just have a document and you go and just paste them all in there. So you basically have a library of all these winning ads. And that way you're just going to have them and you can go back and look whenever. That way when you need to test new ads, you already have this document that has all these winning ads. So that's what I'd, if that was your question. Oh, and I'm like when you're testing. Okay. That'll be I'll go through that next. My testing strategy. And then Paulson, would you recommend just running image ads for first client? He's doing $30 a day. Yeah, if it's first client, I would just always start images. I don't think there's a need to overcomplicate it. And then I would start testing videos as you go. But I just started with images, and that's what I would start with. And then if you guys don't have any other questions now, then I'll go through. Oh, Umer.
Oh yeah, like how do you if you find the winner, how do you scale it?
I'm gonna go through that right now. That's the last part of it.
Oh, okay.
So and there's a lot of different ways people test these ads, but this is kind of the the method I use. So basically, here's my exact split testing formula. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find your target cost per lead. Now, for those of you who don't know how to find this, it is kind of tricky. There are ways you can kind of calculate it, but I would say usually most local service businesses cost per leads are going to be around 10 to 25 bucks. So that's going to be your target cost per lead on what you should expect, around 10 to $25, right? So just to kind of give you guys a expectation if you haven't run the ads before. Now, if you have run the ads before, then you know, okay, here my average cost per lead is between 25 and 30 bucks. Then you know that's kind of your target. But around 10 to 25 bucks is pretty solid, right? Or average. Now, what you're going to do, the way to split test is I always let each individual ad spend 1.5 to 2 times your target cost per lead. This is what we found in the previous step. So let me get a new Miro board for you guys as well so I can actually draw on it. This one's not letting me write on it. Okay, let me just make a new one quick for you guys.
Can I see that again? You like kind of want a little fast, so I can write it down.
For sure, and I'll share this Miro board with you guys as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here so I can actually like write on it as well.
Okay.
Okay, so let me share this one instead. So basically, the first thing we're gonna do is we find our cost per lead, and again, cost per lead usually it's gonna be, I would say, 10 to $25, right? That's like our average cost per lead. Now, once we have that, this is our target cost per lead here, 10 to 25. We have our campaign, we have our ad set, and then we have our sorry for this amazing drawing. We have our, let's say we're testing 4 different ads. So we have ad 1, ad 2, ad 3, and ad 4. And again, the only difference in these ads is the actual creative, the ad creative. So either the image or the actual video. Now our target cost per lead is 10 to 25 bucks. So what we're going to do, and it depends on your budget, but you want to let each ad spend 1.5 to 2x the cost per lead. So what that means is, let me go pull up a calculator. Just have instead. So if our cost per lead, let's say, is 25 bucks, if that's a target cost per lead, 25 bucks, we're going to let each ad spend 1.5 to 2 times this. So it would be divide, I believe, 5 by 1.5. No, that's not right. Times, right? You guys can obviously tell I haven't been in school in a minute. All right, 25 times 1.5. So we're going to that's the lower end of it. So $37.50 is the 1.5 times, and then the 2 times is it would be 50 bucks, right? If it's 2 times 25 bucks. So basically what you want to do is let each ad spend in between $37.50 to 50 bucks if our target cost per lead is this 25 bucks right here. Now, if you know you're getting leads for 10 bucks, then you would do the same thing. Your target or your range, the 1.5 range would be 15 bucks, and then the double would be 20 bucks. So you let each ad spend in between that. But if we're just being conservative, let's use 25 bucks. So you're going to let each individual ad spend this amount before you make changes, right? I would probably get around this much. I don't think you need to let it spend double, especially if you're running just like image ads. But ideally, you don't want to touch the ads until they're spending this, right, in this range. And this is if our target cost per lead is 25 bucks, which even can be a little high, right? Ideally, we get lower than that. But that's basically the procedure for it. So once each ad has spent $37.50 to 50 bucks. Oh my gosh, you guys saw the wrong. Was that on the calculator the whole time?
No, you're good. You're sharing the Miro.
Okay. But basically,
got it.
okay, you're going to let each ad spend this. And after the individual ad spends 1.5 to 2 times your target cost per lead, here's basically the following scenarios. There's 3 different scenarios that's going to happen. 1, the ad has leads and it's within your target cost per lead. So it spends, let's say ad 1 has spent, let's say $40. It has 2 leads. So our cost per lead with this ad is $20. Then obviously that ad's in our target. So this is a winning ad right here. We don't touch this. We just keep this one running, right? If it's in your target, you just keep it running, right? We're not going to increase the budget on it yet. So that's basically the first scenario, which is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. If it's within your target cost per lead, just keep it running. Don't touch it, right? Second scenario is the ad has maybe 1 lead and is maybe a little above your target cost per lead. So basically what that would look like is, let's say ad number 2 right here. Say ad 2 spent, let's say this one also spent $40, but it has, let's say 1 lead, right? So we're above our target cost per lead range, but we still got 1 lead come in. So there is a little bit proof of concept, but it is ideally a little higher than we'd like. What I usually do is I'm going to let this ad run for 2 to 3 more days, 2 to 3 more days. And if we don't get in that target range, around the $25 cost per lead range, or whatever your target is within those next 2 to 3 days, then I'm going to cut it. But if it shows some sign of, okay, it could be doing well, meaning we get 1 lead come in, even though it's a little higher, I'm going to give it another 2 to 3 days and then see if it can get back in that range. If it doesn't, if after these 2 to 3 days, still no more leads, then I'm going to go and cut this ad. But again, if it has 1 lead, there's some proof of concept, let it run 2 or 3 more days. If no more leads, then cut the ad. So that's scenario number 2. You guys have any questions on any of this so far? We have either it's within the cost per lead, and you keep it running, right? Don't touch it. Or this scenario I just went through right here. You guys have any questions on that so far, or does that make sense?
Yeah, is this like realistic? Like a realistic like example, you know?
What do you mean?
Like if let's say we do run an ad for like $25 per day. Oh, is it per day or per cost per lead? And then we only go up to $37. Is that like a realistic like example?
Well, yeah, of course, Rob. I'm showing you literally stuff that like as realistic as possible. Like
Okay.
$25, that's a normal ad spend per day. And like this is exactly what you do. You want each ad to spend that much. But I mean, yeah, this is exactly how you would do it.
Got it.
Just for clarification, the winning ad, then let's say your third ad, right? Would you just want to kind of copy the winning ad? It's kind of straightforward. Then copy that setup of that ad.
Say that one more time. What do you mean specifically?
Let's say your third ad set's doing bad, right? And your number 1 is winning. Would you then just kind of mirror ad set number 1 to 3?
You mean like make a small variation of winning ad 1?
Right.
Yeah. So I'll show you basically how it's good question. Here, and I saw Bauer in the chat. I have a meeting today, and the guy's roofing business is closing for the season. How would you approach the meeting? I don't even know why he would hop on. Well, my question would just be, what's the reason he wanted to book it in the first place, Bauer? Right? Like if he was closing, why would he want to book with you to get more leads and appointments? Like that's my first question. So it's like maybe it's quote unquote slowing down, but it seems like he still is looking for more business, because why would he book a call with you in the first place? You know what I mean? Like that'd be my question. If it is really closing, I have no clue why he would book with you in the first place, but I would still hop on with him and just like clarify. But that's strange. Guys still do roofs during the winter. It's just not as, or some of them do. It's just not as much as in the summer. But I would for sure just like still jump on the call with him and just see his thoughts, because he booked the call for a reason. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps. Now, basically, the last scenario is obviously if the ad has 0 leads and is 1.5 to 2x above the cost per lead. Let me share this tab. So let's say ad 3. Let's say we spend $37, 37 bucks, 0 leads. We just go and just cut this thing because it spent 1.5x target, still 0 leads, no proof of concept. We're just going to cut that. And basically what this is going to do is, so we cut ad 3, ad 2 is running a bit, but once you cut an ad, it's going to start allocating the budget to these other winning ads, right? So we don't need to make more variations yet. We just want to cut the losing ads so we can put more of the budget into the winning ads, right? And you're just going to go through that process and you're just going to keep cutting those losing ads and dialing down on the winners, right? So let's say ad 1 and 2 are our winners. We end up cutting these, and then now these 2 are getting the full budget. And Caden, you just had a question on like, would you create like variations of it? You for sure can, but if they're within the target cost per lead, I'm just going to let them keep running, right? If I do see them though starting to creep up, like the cost per lead is getting like 30, 35 bucks, and it used to be a winning ad, then we can start making some variations to that. We're really like, to keep it simple, is you just cut the ads that are outside the target and let Facebook allocate the rest of the budget into the winning ads you already have, if that makes sense.
So
And that's basically all.
Pumping those more than actually creating another set.
Exactly. You just let Facebook start spending on these more because they're working for a reason.
Same as Google then.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, what questions do you guys have on this? I know some of this stuff can kind of be complicated, but really after about 1 or 2 weeks, you should have your winning ads right there.
If your budget is higher, what would be the goal percentage of ad spend than like the 1.5 to 2x? What would you say would be the goal of like that in a way?
Yeah. So I what I would do is the higher your ad spend is, if you're spending more on ads per day, I would let each ad spend around 2 times the cost per lead or the target cost per lead. But the lower your ad spend is, I would let each ad spend 1.5 times it, just because you have less ad spend. So you need to be able to make decisions quicker with the data, because this one, it's going to be able to spend that quicker. You're going to get data quicker. So I would let this one, if you're spending more on ads, let it spend 2 times the target cost per lead. If you're spending less, I would let it do like 1.5 times. If that answers your question.
Yeah, it's just like a general rule, 1.5 to 2x.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But the more you spend, I would let it spend 2 times. But if you're spending like very limited budget, just let it spend 1.5x. You'll still get a decent idea.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I would do. You guys have any other questions on this? Otherwise, kind of go through this last part, the ongoing process. But does all this make sense of, okay, split testing the ads, we find our range, and we're letting each individual ad spend 1.5 to 2 times this, and we make decisions based on these 3 scenarios right here. Do you guys have any questions on that? No? Okay. Let's go through the last part. So the goal with it is after about 1 and 2 weeks, and we should have the winning ads after 1 or 2 weeks or so. Now with that, basically the ongoing management is you don't need to be in the ads manager every single day for hours every day. This is what happens to a lot of guys, is they're like in the ads manager every day, and they're like stressing about it. But really, like, you can go in there 2 or 3 times a week and you're good. Just make sure you're checking every 2 to 3 days. What you want to track is seeing if the cost per lead jumps. So like if the cost per lead does go up a bit, this is after you have your winning ads, by the way, right? So the winning ads are still running. We're allocating a lot of the budget towards those. If the cost per lead goes up, like, don't worry right away. Give it, again, 2, 3, 4 more days. But if it just keeps steadily going up, then that might be a little issue. What you can do though is if you have a winning ad that's already proven, and in 1 week the cost per lead goes up a lot, the simple thing you can do is just go and duplicate the actual ad, and that way it will kind of reset it. That's the first thing I would do. But after you duplicate, if it still goes up out of your target, then I would cut it. But just don't make a decision to cut the ad right on the spot if it goes a little beyond your target cost per lead, if it's already a winning ad. So that's the first scenario. And then obviously, or then this is the other scenario, or obviously then if the cost per lead is the same, right? It's still within your target. Obviously, you don't cut it. You just let it run. Now, the other scenario is that the cost per lead skyrockets. This is kind of like what I said over here. You can just try duplicating the entire campaign, which basically refreshes the entire thing. But if you are in this scenario as well, just reach out to me and ask me, hey, here's my metrics. What should I do based on this? Right. But basically what we want to do, this is all a way of saying we don't want to make rash decisions to cut a winning ad if the cost per lead just shoots up like 1 or 2 days. Right. That's basically what I'm trying to say here is we want to just make data-driven decisions, not based off emotion. But that's basically the whole process there on split testing. Again, this is after you have all these winning ads and everything. Hitansh.
Man, like I was asking, like some people say that we don't have to touch the ad after launching it for at least 7 days. What do you say about that?
You say that one more time.
Like many people say that we don't have to touch the ads after we launched it for at least 7 days. What do you say about that?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same principle right here. Is we're not touching each ad until it spends 1.5 to 2 times the target, which is typically going to be about seven days or so anyways. So that's kind of the same principle there. But yeah, you just don't want to cut it after 2 days because it hasn't gotten a lead if it's barely spent money. Sid. Yo, Sid, you had your hand up. Or not. And the other thing I want you guys to do as well is with your clients, and this is in the chat as well, or in the group. But go every week, go week by week, and I want you guys to track each client individually. So you track each week at a time. You go put in the ad spend. So we spent $134. We got 5,000 impressions, 116 clicks, and we got 8 leads. It calculates all this for you, but this way we can also see how it's fluctuating over time on a week by week basis. Because again, if it shoots up 1 week but it's been steady, then we know, okay, we might just duplicate it. But I would get in the habit of doing this for all your clients, just tracking it on a sheet manually as well. And that way you can also easily calculate your client's ROI and all that stuff as well. And then you can also track each individual ad. So you can have like ad 1 and you can track how much this ad spent, right? And then you'll be able to see, okay, this ad spent $700. Our cost per lead is $35. So I want to keep it running if that's our target, as an example. But I will go and track this, make a copy of this for all your clients. And I'll put this in the chat for you guys as well, but it's in the group as well. But this is something that I would do. Kian, yeah, the meeting, yeah, this always will be in the chat. These are all recorded. Sid, how do I know my cost per lead? So you really don't know it until you actually run the ads. But again, for local businesses, the target is we're going to get around 10 to 25 bucks. That's pretty typical. So that's what I would use as a framework, is just 10 to 25 bucks. But then after you get your first client, then you're going to know, okay, this is like a realistic target. Maybe it's $5 or something, right? But like usually 10 to 25 is pretty standard. And then video ads, yeah, video ads, it might go up a little bit. I would do for video ads maybe 20 to 30, 35 bucks or so. So it'll be a little higher, but it will be around there. Good questions. All right, so I know that was a lot. What questions do you guys have? And now we'll do general questions as well. So whether it's service delivery, anything I just went through, general, literally anything, I'll open it up to you guys.
Yes. All right, I have a few questions.
Yeah.
I wrote them down.
1 minute. Okay. So I was asking, so like right now, like my problem in the business and everything is I feel like I just don't have the right information yet. So I want to know like how to build that baseline, like how do I build that foundation in the business? Like is it just like ramming out a whole bunch of phone calls, or is it like what is it to build that baseline so I can be able to have like something that can that basically I have like a baseline for the foundation that I'm building for the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you. So the first thing before we're gonna start outreach and stuff is just make sure you have your offer and your service, like who we're actually targeting, right? So my question to you, Johnny, would be do you have your niche? Like what's your niche and what's your offer?
Yeah, like my niche is luxury real estate. And my offer, I don't know my offer yet. I'm only giving out like free services for free services.
Like a free trial?
Yeah, but I don't know how to do like prepaid, like how to do like the prepaid, like pay per client. Per client that I get the person.
What do you not know how to do specifically with that?
Like how do I get paid if I send it out, do I send them over like a Stripe information or like a PayPal information, just like every time that I give them a client, they just pay me? Like what if the client doesn't pay me, you know?
Yeah, so that's something you have. That's why I usually don't recommend doing pay per deal forever. It's good for getting your first couple clients that it can be good. But the way you do it, yeah, you just send a Stripe link. But ideally, you just get their card on file. So when they do get a client from you, you can go and just auto charge them, is what I would do when you're doing performance based. If that makes sense, just through Stripe.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right.
But then to answer your question, man, like, yeah, once you have your offer in your niche, it's not sexy to talk about, but it comes down to the end. Really, we need to book appointments, we need to close appointments, and we need to deliver the service. You can't deliver a service without a client. You can't get clients without appointments, right? So the first step for you would be, dude, we just got to pump out outreach, pump out the volume, and be booking 2, 3, 4 appointments a day. Because if you don't have appointments, that's the number one bottleneck. You can't deliver results if you don't have appointments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you, it's just appointments. That should be where 95% of your time is spent.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Perfect. You have any other questions on that? Or just any other questions?
Yeah, I do. If they have like a gatekeeper when I call the phone, like if they have like a gatekeeper or voice recording, like how do I get to the owner?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is just confidence. You just act like you know the person. So if you don't have their name, you basically be like, they're gonna say, hey, is this actually it was just role play. How about you be the gatekeeper? I'll pretend I'm calling you. All right, ring.
Hello. I'll be the gatekeeper. Okay. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Is this the owner of XYZ Real Estate?
Yes. Oh no. I'll be the owner? No, this is the gatekeeper. This is the this is the XYZ Real Estate.
No, it's no. So you be like, so usually they're like, no, this isn't, but can I take a message for you?
Right.
So you'll be the receptionist. But usually they don't refer to themselves as a gatekeeper.
Right.
All right,
This is
here.
XYZ, but can I take a message for you?
Yeah, I actually was speaking with the owner the last week. Told me to give him a call back around this time. It'd just be super quick if he has a second.
What would they say? Oh, do you mind if I can like give you a call back or email or you can send us something to our email? We have an email.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, he told me to just give him a call. Like it'd just be like a second or two quick. So I mean, I can just give a call back if that works better, unless if he's not in now.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you can give us a call back. And then they'll give you the time. He'll come back and stuff like that.
Because like ideally, I mean, if they're actually out, then yeah, you're not going to leave a message to the gatekeeper. But if the gatekeeper, if they're like, yeah, give us a call back, then I would just get off the phone. But the whole goal is that we're just trying to get on the phone with
the owner.
decision maker. Yeah, and
Right.
even some guys go like, hey, yeah, I had a question for the owner and stuff, and they pretend like they're clients. If you just act like you know the owner, usually that works well. It's just confidence.
Okay. Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right, sweet, good question, bro. All right, next question. Mo, here, let me just text I'm actually moving my next call back. He wanted to move it back a bit, so I'm just gonna do this super quick. Okay. Mo, what do you think of having one ad set with 4 new ads in it? When you find a winning ad, you turn off all the losers, keep one in that ad set, and test new ads in an ad set. Yeah, so that's basically the procedure. You have your ad set, you're testing the new ads, you cut all the losers, and honestly, if you have a winning ad that's in your target cost per lead and it's performing well, I would honestly just keep it running. There's no reason to go and test anything, right? Especially if you're not spending thousands of dollars a day, then you would. But I would just keep it running until the cost per lead like drops or goes up. Then I would test some variations. But like to keep it simple, if it works, like just don't mess with it and just let Facebook spend all the budget on that winning ad. So hopefully that answers your question, Mo. Okay. Bauer, if I'm doing pay per appointment that shows up, is there anything I would do to confirm if their lead showed up to a call or not besides just authored word? So that's the tricky part with it. Ideally, though, what you do is you let them know, hey, make sure you go and track all of the leads in GoHighLevel. So you can go and see when appointment shows and all that, but you make sure to put that in writing that they have to be doing this, right? There's not like a super straightforward way to 100% know, but you just put it in writing and take their word for it. But just like make sure they're updating you and like updating the pipeline in GoHighLevel, so you know when they show up and stuff. Okay, Sid, the gatekeeper asked what you. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Sid. If you could just reword that. Also, Bauer, if the gatekeeper asks what you want to talk about, I was like, oh yeah, he told me to give him a call. It's about some email stuff. I would say email stuff. He told me we're emailing back and forth. Told me to give him a call. I would just say something like that. Or I would say, or a potential partnership is another way you could say it. And then Bauer, when the gatekeeper asks who you spoke with, I would say, oh, it was last week. It was the owner. I forget. I don't remember his name. To be honest, I speak with a lot of guys, but they did tell him to give me a call back. And you just act like you know the person. Okay, let me see your hands up. Alexis.
Hey, do you have like a tutorial on like how to set up like managing a Facebook ad account? Because my agency mainly does like organic content, so I've never really done anything with Facebook.
Okay, like a tutorial for how to like set up the ads and all that.
Yeah, and like getting their login info, like where to log into and how to set up their account or being an administrator for their account or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of I don't have a video on that. I can go and shoot something for sure though.
Okay.
Would that be helpful?
Yes, definitely.
So like getting basically like onboarding them, like getting access to their ad account and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sick. Here, let me write that down. I'll get you a video on that.
Appreciate that.
For sure.
And then my second question is, earlier you said that videos don't perform as well. Video ads don't perform as well. Is that because that's the way the Facebook algorithm is, or is it that not a lot of people are skillful to know how to make a winning video ad?
Dude, I think video ads can. I think they can for sure. The potential is higher on them. Like they can perform better than image ads, but it's just the skill barrier is higher. They're harder to run or just to make, but I think they
Yeah.
are better than image ads if you can do them right.
Yeah, because what I had in mind is like using like the best videos of the month and using those as ads, because you know, like organically, some of my clients have gone like over 1 million views, and I feel like using a video like that as an ad could definitely perform well.
I would do that for sure, especially if you have the video. Yeah, I would just run that as an ad, 100%.
All right, cool.
Just make sure you have a call to action at the end. Like that's what like Hermosi does and stuff. Is they have these viral posts, and then you just go and add a call to action at the end.
Okay. Appreciate you.
For sure, bro. Caden.
So to go to the whole CPL thing, when they ask, let's say you're in a sales call, right? And they ask something along the line of like, what's your return on it, your ROI? You just explain to them, don't have it yet. You need to run, a week of ads to actually understand it.
I would say, yeah. So and you can use me as like a case study as well. I'd be like, yeah, my business partner, we run ads in other industries. I run them for my detailing shop as well. Typically, we're seeing around a 10 to 12 times ROI. Basically, so we're putting in a dollar, getting 10, 12 bucks out is what we're going to shoot for.
Right. And then for, let's say we're onboarding, close sales call, and you want to like streamline the process. You want to send them like a Loom video, right? Do you have one pre-recorded so I don't have to like go in? I can just send them yours and kind of guide them through it, for example.
Yeah, the only thing is mine is for real estate. Yeah, but I have one.
I have one about just explaining the process about like a presentation explaining what social media marketing is, and then like it has like examples and stuff like that. It's a video, it's a 9-minute video if you want it.
I'm talking about actually signing the client and teaching them how to use the tools and what's available to them.
Oh, you're talking about like on the back end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, I would do that all in the onboarding call with them. Just walk them through that.
Right.
Oh, you're asking how to do that?
No, just kind of like a streamlined process. If they have any for like further questions after it, I can just send them a video so I don't have to get back on a call with them.
Okay. What I would honestly do, like simplest answers, if they ask you questions, then you just go, just shoot videos. Whenever they ask you questions, just shoot videos on those specific questions, and that way you have kind of a library. But if you don't know the answer to any, and I have videos, I'll for sure send them over to you, or I can help you make them.
Cool.
Okay, let me see. I'll just in the chat, Mo. Also, not putting new variations in the ad set doesn't mess with the winning ads. Yeah, what I would do, Mo, to be honest, is I would just go and either make a new campaign or just make a new ad set so you're not messing with the winning ad. I would just do that. Bauer, max amount of SMS sending I'd recommend a day. So I send probably like 1,000, 1,500 a day from one number, and I haven't had any issues with it. How much was your friend sending, by the way, Bauer? You want to put that in the chat? I'm curious. Hitansh.
Yeah, bro. Like as Alex said, like you can record an onboarding video. So can you add like asking them for like information like in GHL and registering their LLC for A2P and like all stuff we need for SMMA, right? Can you do that?
You mean like on an onboarding call?
Yep, like a kind of onboarding, full onboarding.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. Make sure you get all of that.
Yeah,
I would just go walk them through it on that call and just get everything you need.
And second thing was like, bro, like if I'm talking about your local area, is ceramic season is kind of down in winter, like winters or stuff.
Say that one more time. Sorry, it's loud in the back.
Like ceramic season is down in the winter for detailers.
For detailers, yeah. So, and Caden actually is a detailer as well. If you want to help out, do a lot of the detailers shut down, or I feel like the guys with shops still do jobs, right? It's just slower.
So for example, like a week right now, I have anywhere like summer months, anywhere from 8 to like 20 jobs a week. Wintertime, it's probably like 3 to 10, if that. So I'll just give you insight. I make like net profit each month is around like 15,000. Wintertime it goes down to like 4 or 5. So detailing in the wintertime, unless you're in like Florida, like the warmer climate, wintertime sucks. You're not gonna have as much opportunity as like Florida, going to like, Minnesota or Indiana, Ohio, like the colder weather months.
But I think like in this time, retailers wanna like get on more jobs, and they will probably like looking for it right now.
Yeah, a lot of people. So I'll use myself for example. I don't typically do mine more often because you're gonna get it dirty when you step outside. You get snow on your boots, get in your car, it's dirty. So there's really no point. So yes, there is people doing it and they want to find them. So there's a market for that, but the quality of lead isn't going to be there, if that makes sense.
So I think I would target I would target then the warmer states for sure in the winter, like
Yeah.
California, Florida, Texas, stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to be really specific with like your geography when it's like autumn time in those type of states.
Like Eastern states, right? Eastern time zone.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Got it.
All right. I don't think I have any other questions in the queue, so feel free to unmute, put them in the chat, whatever you guys want.
I was gonna ask, do you make calls on like Saturdays, like as well, and like at nighttime, like nighttime calls?
I usually don't, to be honest. Like Saturdays, I don't send SMS on Saturdays either. But I know even like Yash in here, sometimes he calls. I think he mentioned he called Saturdays and he was actually getting better like pickup rate and response rate. So I think you for sure can call Saturdays if you want. I just wouldn't call Sundays.
Right. And how about like running your own ads, like running advertisements for like for doing advertisements for business owners?
I mean, if you have the capital, usually I would say like spend probably $20 a day to start.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would go and run. If you're able to, I would go and do that for sure.
Okay.
Along with outreach, though, right? It shouldn't replace your outreach.
Right. Of course.
But to speed up the process, yeah, you can for sure help.
To add on to that, is that do you do that? Like, does it work? What is like CPL on that, for example?
So B2B is usually higher just because there's not as many businesses. So CPL, it's going to depend on the industry and like where you're targeting to. But like you can get cost per leads of like, I know some guys get even $5, $10 cost per leads with B2B. But again, it's just like anything. It's up to your ad creatives. But you can get pretty low cost per leads B2B. But usually it will be a little bit higher. But if you have the capital, I think it's probably the best route you can go, along with outreach though. Again, we don't want to just do one or the other.
Right. Would it be worth doing that if you have, because you could essentially do like two or three niches at a time with that method instead of like cold calling, right? So you could grow like a lot quicker just doing paid advertisements on yourself, for example.
Right.
100%. Especially if you pair that with because the thing with paid ads is you're gonna get 5-6 leads a day if you're spending a decent amount.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime you still make calls, then it kind of exponentially compounds.
That's interesting. So do you so how about like how much money do you think it will take for like every week, like every month, like to run ads like every week? Like how much money you think I should spend for the advertisements?
For you advertising to get companies or for your clients?
Me advertising to get companies.
I would probably spend $15-$20 a day minimum to start.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Bauer, I would say 500 setup fees for sure reasonable. You could even make it like $480 or $490 for that little like, so it even seems cheaper. Oh, it's like under $500. It's cheap. Like you could do that. Do like $495 or something like that. But yeah, I think that's for sure reasonable. Okay, anyone else? I don't think I have any.
I got one more. So
Yeah.
sales call I had yesterday, I told the guy, he asked price, whatever. Essentially asked like what the prices were, and I ran him through it. And I told him $750 like setup fee, run him for 2 weeks, gather data. Then after that, if he likes, if we got any hits, whatever, old people terms is what I used. And he said the 750 was too much. And do I fight him on it or just like keep persisting, or do I, I'll do 700, keep like is a bit off basically, which
750 for 2 weeks. What was the exact offer?
750 setup fee for 2 weeks, and then after that I would do. It was basically a guarantee to finish out the month, but the 2 weeks is a trial to see if he actually holds up to his end and I hold up to my end, and then refundable setup fee.
Okay. To be honest, I would just change it and do 750 for 2 weeks is a lot as a trial, to be honest.
Right.
I would do like $350 or $300, but it's not refundable.
Okay.
That's what I would do for like.
Yeah, I thought the caveat of that was it being refundable. I mean, it's the first person I tried it on, so I have like no proof of concept with it yet, really. But yeah, I'll pitch them that next.
I would do like 300, 350 and just position it as like a commitment cost.
Right.
And be like, yeah, I barely see any of this. It goes into like my software and stuff, just to make sure you're committed as well. That's a big one. Okay, let me check the chat. Mo, how do you handle? Can you send me a proposal objection? Basically, you just go and ask if you can. Oh, you're at work. I was gonna say we can role play. Basically, you just ask if they say, "Oh, can you send me an email? Can you send me a proposal?" Yeah, what do you want to see specifically? You literally ask them that, and then they're gonna tell you exactly what they're looking for. Oh, I just want to see the kind of the numbers and stuff in writing and all that. You'd be like, okay, cool, I got you. Well, I mean, since I already have you, we can just run through that again right now to make sure we're both on the same page with everything. And then you just go and just handle that objection. It's just like when they say they need to think about it, they don't really need to go and think about it. They usually have some other objection. It's like a smoke screen. So we go and find what they actually want to see in the proposal, what they want to see in the email, and then just handle that on the spot, if that makes sense. It's all about finding the real objection. Johnny.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So let's say I charged them like $500 for the setup fee, right? And then but how does that work with the Facebook ads though?
Yeah, so they pay for the Facebook ads themselves as well. So like the Facebook ad spend, they always cover that, and the setup fee is gonna just be that's on top of that. But the ad spend's always there. That's the minimum they do. The setup fee is how you get paid.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So do I explain that to them? Like, do I explain like, oh, you have to set up, you have to sign up with Facebook and have the Facebook ads. You have to pay Facebook for, like, how would I communicate that?
Yeah, so you're basically going to say, yeah, so there's two parts to the investment. Number one is going to be the ad spend. Now, this goes directly to Facebook, so I don't even touch a dollar of this. This is basically so we can reach 4 or 5, 6, 7,000 people every week or every month with the ads. So basically, that part, the Facebook ad spend, I usually say we're going to start with $20 a day. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions on that? No, that sounds good. Okay, awesome. And then the only way I get paid, or basically for me to set all this up, everything I showed you, is just $500 up front. And this kind of as a deposit. And that's how you position it. You just go through the ad spend and then your cost. But just make sure they know, hey, the ad spend, I don't touch a dollar of that. That just goes right to Facebook. That's how you position it.
Got it. And one more question.
Yeah.
So I saw your video on getting the leads or scraping the leads. So I reached out. I'm gonna start reaching out to like the Philippines and the virtual assistants.
Mm-hmm.
So like, do you have like the script for them and the video that you made? Do you have that video so they can like do it, like do the work like exactly how like I want it, or should I just make my own video?
Yeah, so the easiest way to do it is just whatever you want them to do, just record your screen and just go through it yourself. Show them 2 or 3 examples of exactly what you're looking for, and then you just show them exactly what to do.
Okay. Okay. And they will do the calls too, is like they will do the calls as well.
Well, that's a separate thing. Like if you're talking about someone to scrape the leads, that's usually one person. If they want to make calls, that's another person.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, bro. And you can even, Johnny, I would start out with the free way to scrape leads is just using Instant Data Scraper or Outscraper. And you can go to scrape them off of Google Maps, and that's free as well.
Okay, got it. I used to just use like Fiverr. Like I just got some leads off Fiverr, like 100, like 200 leads off Fiverr. So I don't know if
Gotcha.
that's like good or
Yeah, I think you can go and just scrape them for free and get like 10,000 in like 10 minutes just by using Instant Data Scraper.
okay. Okay.
Do you want me, I made a video on that as well. Do you want me to send that over? It's on my channel.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Yes, please.
Okay. I'll put it in the chat for you.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any other questions?
I just have like a quick technical one. So
Yeah.
I know on Google Ads, when you're doing ad spend, it will like say spent. Like you'll get charged a couple times during the day. Is that the same thing with Facebook?
Yeah, you can like set like a payment threshold, and
Yeah.
that's like how many when they charge you. It's like, hey, if you spend $20, it charges you. But you can make that higher or lower.
Right. Yeah, because my bank would message me, twice a day. Is this you? Is this you? So is that something to potentially warn client about on onboarding?
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with that usually because it's like a lower amount, but I would just raise the payment threshold.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
And another thing, my Facebook, it's like not working for my ads. I don't know if it's like if they like deleted my ads because like I was using like TikTok like videos on some of my ads, like the like slideshows for a painter.
Mm-hmm.
I think they like turned down my account. So like I can just use like the business's like ad manager.
Yeah, use theirs. Yeah, you just
Right.
have them give you access to it, and then you do it from theirs.
Right. Okay, okay. Got it.
All right. Any other? Who else has questions?
Just Johnny, if your Facebook account is new, not like broken in, they will delete everything on it if you did make a new one.
Yeah, that's the other thing with Facebook is like
Okay.
usually if you make a new one, you need to like warm it up a bit and make some posts on there. Otherwise, they do kind of flag it, unfortunately.
Right, they'll flag it again. Like I tried
Yeah.
to make a new account and then like it didn't even work. Like the ad manager didn't work.
Yeah, that's the tricky part with it sometimes. But I would just warm it up.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up in a bit. No other questions? We all set so far? And obviously, if you guys have questions, just put them in the chat or DM me. All right. Well, if we're past time now, so guys, feel free to jump off if you want. Otherwise, if you want to stay on, I'll be on here for another few minutes if you want to chat. But I appreciate all you guys jumping on. Good questions today. And as always, the recording is going to be in the chat as well. So we'll have this. Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome, bro. I appreciate you guys jumping on. See you guys.